Hello, fellow Samandaran. This is an introduction video to Samandar, where I will go over the basics and introducing the application where we have created, what issue it resolves. So, basically, every organization wants to make its business data accessible through AI, but there is a fundamental problem. Most AI systems generate SQL on the fly, making it difficult to govern, audit, and trust the answers they produce. For enterprise data, it's a risk many organizations simply can't accept. That's why I've built Samundar. Instead of allowing an LLM to generate SQL, Samundar executes every request through approved semantic mappings built from your business knowledge. Every answer is deterministic, explainable, and fully auditable. You can see exactly what Samundar understood, which approved dataset it selected, how it interpreted your questions, and why it returned the results. Samundar isn't another chatbot for databases, it's a governed semantic platform designed for production. It connects to enterprise data sources, understands business language, and provides natural language access to data while keeping organizations in complete control of how queries are executed. So in this video, I'll show you how Samandar works and why we believe enterprise AI should be deterministic, explainable, and built on approved business knowledge, not generated SQL. So I've already logged in. So I'll just hop over to our dashboard. Once you go get into the dashboard, you will see the first thing you will view is how many correct executions have done, wrong execution, semantic memory, how many queries today. You have created active data sets, 54 connections. I've got two. How many refuse? So it doesn't provide you ambiguous answer. It just straight out refuses if it doesn't know the answer. So to start, or I've got a couple of connections, two connections to be exact, Northwind and Playground, both SQL servers. So we support 10 databases: SQL Server, MySQL, Postgre, Oracle, Snowflake, MariaDB, Databricks, BigQuery, Redshift, and ClickHouse. And we are planning to add more as we go along. So Northwind is a pretty famous database, sample database from Microsoft SQL. So we will query that for today. So let's ask some other questions. So over here we will just write down the straight English. So list categories. I know this table is in Northwind. So it will provide us the result for the categories table from Northwind. You see the tables, table contents, columns, and whatnot. So what someone there understood, so basically the query was list categories, entity is categories, one of the tables, datasets categories, one of the tables. So if you go to the dataset, so you see over here, it is a simple SQL statement: select these columns from dv.categories. So it's getting, so you can remove a column, add a column. It's all data sets are approved by end user, so AI will never go into connect to your database and generate SQL by itself. The user will be creating all those data sets. These are generated automatically once we connect to connections to the database. It will find all the relationships mappings that can, and it for the relationship it goes two layers and just generates all those data sets. I'll show you the data sets itself. So if I go there, so Northwind, it auto generated these data sets. Obviously, users will be approving every single one of them. They contain names and whatnot, but it has to go through users. So there is no AI. You cannot generate those data sets. So only the data sets are the gateway to your database. There's no other way you can connect to your database and query. So this is a guardrail that we have, and we just asked list categories. Now let's ask list customers. I know the customers tables resides on both databases, Playground and Northwind. So you'll see how it behaves. So now it tells you we found customers entities. Each connection has its own equally confident match. Samundar won't guess between them, so it doesn't guess. You have to tell Samundar, are you talking about customers from Playground or Northwind? So I'll click Northwind since we are using that. So you got the MCP, called PowerShare, CMD. You can basically query exactly list customers from via MCP and all that, those other things. It's a strong match, deterministic, a single clear winner, not a guess. Someone that never guesses between equally good candidates. So you have seen there were two databases or connections, and we have chosen one deterministically. So it's a high confidence, 46 ms, pretty fast. List customers, so it found the customer entity, customer data set. It's a direct match. So let's go to the customers. Over here you are seeing some PII data like personal information, phone, fax, addresses. It's not it will show you that these columns you have edited there, but they might be a PII, so they are yellow colored. So if you want, you can just remove those columns from there based on your governance requirements. So all the executions are being logged. So you see over here, you've got list customers. First, when it was ambiguous because we had two databases connections. Then you chosen Northwind. It was a good match. List categories. List my set of tires. So this is basically an error. There is no data set which provides toys information or anything, so it couldn't find it. It's an error. So it will provide you all the executions. You can just choose success, ambiguous, missing parameters, no match, all those kind of filters up there. It will provide you warnings. So list product, we don't have the database with a filter for orders, so yeah, it's just executed it and there's nothing out there. So products ordered by customers from Canada. So this is the actual query. It's not resolved. Warnings. That's where we were, right? Audit logs. So audit logs. So you see pretty much everything has been audited. So connections. These are being connection user, read credentials, connections, and everything is being audited in terms of once you create connections and whatnot, or when you connect to the databases to query. So it's pretty much everything is being audited and is being governed, and overall It's it's basically governed, audited, all the executions. You can review queues. So basically, all the mappings and everything. We will go over it in some other videos. But yeah, this is basically, it is very deterministic. If it doesn't know the answer, if there though basically if the data set is not there, it will not provide you an ambiguous answer. It will just tell you that, yeah, I don't have it for the data set. If you want this kind of query to be running on Samundar, you need to create one data set that needs to be used for it. So yeah, that's it for now, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.